In today's video, how to build glutes with Lexie Maitland. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com and this is Lexie Maitland from ProPhysique.com. We are both coaches with ProPhysique. And today I got Lexie here at the Optimum Gym in Tampa. Amazing gym.
Oh, incredible. Best glute equipment that you will find in Tampa.
Wow, that's saying something. There are some great gyms in Tampa. Now, Lexie put my client through a workout today. Now, Andi is a couple weeks out from stage, and I want to talk to you about each exercise you did, kind of the purpose behind those exercises, because you and I have both been studying how to build glutes for a while. We design training programs for women, specifically that compete. You yourself are a competitor. Actually, she works with me as a client as well as a coach. So let's talk about each movement that you did and kind of explain your mindset with those.
Yeah, so we started with the Gludiator, which is very similar to just like a regular seated abductor machine, a little bit fancier. So not a lot of gyms have the Gludiator, but we started with that just to kind of warm up, activate the glutes. I always kind of like to start each glute workout with just some sort of lightweight warm up to get the blood flowing in the glute muscle. And then we moved on from there and we started with my favorite, hip thrusts. So at Optimum, there's a lot of different hip thrust machines. The one that you guys saw us using was similar to kind of like using a Smith machine, but we moved on to the hip thrusts. That was our second movement of the workout and our first major compound movement. And then from there, we moved on to a leg press. We were gonna do that, or I was gonna have us do some sort of like squatting variation. So we moved on to the leg press with an emphasis in the heel, just to really recruit as much glute, because that was our goal in today's workout, is to really isolate the glute, not as much the quad. And then we did the good mornings, so more of like a hinging movement.
You did it on that machine. It looked like a squat machine.
Yes.
You used it for good mornings.
Yes, we did good mornings. It's called the power squat machine. So I also like performing good mornings on like a reverse hack squat machine. You could also do it on a Smith machine. So we incorporated obviously the thrusting motion with the hip thrust, a squatting variation with the leg press, and then a hinging motion with the good mornings. And then we finished off with some kickbacks in another abduction variation.
Yeah, so the idea is each of these movements is putting the glutes through a different range of motion.
Yeah.
Some of the compound movements like the hip thrusts are kind of important almost every time we train glutes. The frequency with most of our clients who are training glutes is at least 2 and oftentimes 3 times a week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also like to, in every glute workout, incorporate at least like one unilateral movement. So at the very end of our workout, we did the kickback. So targeting each glute separately. That way, you know, everybody has that one side that's a little bit stronger than the other. So having a unilateral movement allows you to really target each glute singularly.
Yeah, you didn't do my favorite glute builder movement, which is the deficit step back lunge, which, you know, maybe we can do another video in the future. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you comment below that you'd like to see more content from me and Lexie around training our athletes. Also, Lexie has an amazing YouTube channel. She documents her training. She also documents her travels as a coach. And she just talks about the bikini division as a whole. So I'm going to put that in the first link in the description. Also, I'm going to put it in the first comment and I'm going to pin it so you guys go follow Lexie, because she's been doing amazing things as a coach and putting out some great content.
Thank you.
So we're gonna kind of wrap all this up by just showing some of the girls posing now. Andi is 3 weeks out and our other athlete that was here, Ashton, is 4 weeks out. So they are both in the final stages of prep.
Yeah. They looked phenomenal. I was very impressed. I mean, I trained with Andi. She seems like at least she seemed like she was in good spirits. She was still strong, feels good, very healthy. So love to see that. Yeah,
she drove 13 hours to see her family from Arkansas to Florida. So it was cool to get to see her and train with her. And then I'll be out in Texas with her at Nationals if all things go well at her show. But the goal with building glutes is over time, you want to be performing the movements better, you want to be getting stronger, and you want to be seeing increases in both performance and size. And that's where, you know, as coaches, what we're looking at each week is like the update pictures. We're comparing measurements, you know, and so we're making sure that the nutrition is in place so that they can build and recover. Is there anything that you're working on specifically right now in the off season?
Glute density, honestly. So I guess this video was perfect for that. No, I feel like and I think this is very much so the case for a lot of athletes, but I know for me in particular, for so long, it was really, really hard for me to isolate my glutes. Being a gymnast growing up, I was very quad dominant, or my quads would blow up really easily. So learning to properly activate my glutes has taken some time. So I feel like I've confidently finally gotten there. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things about the glutes is that we think of it like, oh, you can squat, you can deadlift. For some people, that is not going to engage the glutes as they need to be used. For some people, it's going to be sufficient. And some people can't afford to grow their quads or their hamstrings while their glutes grow, depending on if they're competing in a category like bikini where balance is key. So hip thrusting is a great way to isolate the glutes. Same thing with the abduction. The one thing I love about the Gludiator is that it's an abduction with a element where you're kind of pushing back. So it's like multi-planar movement. So it is a great way to hit the entire glute top to bottom, front to back, and great way to start the workout. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Please let us know. Make sure you go watch more of Lexie's content, and yeah, we're gonna keep doing some stuff like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, talk to you tomorrow.